Welcome coaches. Today we're back at the Whitby Dome with the Academy for Student Athlete Development High Performance Rugby program. What we're doing today are core skill exercise to improve defensive efficiency of teams. So we're looking to produce this for our Ontario age grade teams and our Ontario high school coaches and Ontario club coaches. We're going to begin with core skill exercises for the individual. This is the me part of our team defense. All right, coaches, the first exercise we're going to look at is defensive footwork. Now, why is footwork so important in team defense?
So you can get stuck in it.
Okay, so what do you mean by getting stuck in?
Like get it deep, make sure you get legs off the fire.
Okay, so you're not reaching, eh, Buster? Excellent. So you want to get your hips square on the attacker so that we can maintain leg drive when we're not reaching in our tackle. As you know, the big focus we had in attack is our split step exercise. We do the exact same exercise for our defensive footwork. So in this exercise, you'll see that our athletes are working on their go, dance, go that we talked about in other defensive tracking videos. So they're going to work on go, dance, go, work on their split step, hips down low, and punching through the tackle. Big chest, shoulders back, punch through. Let's blast through that back leg. Okay, now that we've got our core temperature up, it's very important that we get our bodies ready for contact. So what we always do before our defensive sessions are what we call our crawl drills. And what we're working on is neck, shoulder, chest, core, and leg warm-up and dynamic development. So we put the athletes through a series of exercises that we're going to show you right now. So I'm just going to call them out and you'll watch the athletes doing them. These will be listed on the PDF that accompanies this video. Okay, first up is our grappling exercise. What we're trying to do is get inside position with our hands while we try to manipulate the individual. The focus here is athletic stance, big chest, shoulders back, hips down. Next exercise is face slaps. Grabbing the opposite wrist of your partner, you're trying to hit them in the face with their own hand or your hand. Again, as you can see, this is developing our shoulders, neck, and again our core body position, athletic stance, hips down, battling hard. Next up is our firemen around the world. Again, we're looking at an athletic stance, feet shoulder width apart, big shoulders, chest and shoulders back. We're trying to maintain this strong body position, a tight core, while the athlete works around. Next up is trees and branches. So the person on the ground maintains a strong body position, hips down, big chest, shoulders back, arms in a very strong position, while the other individual climbs around. Next up is our standing neck work. So working together with a partner, we're providing resistance so that the athlete moves through a range of motion at 90-degree angles side to side. Moving the neck through a range of motion to get ready for contact. We then go to the back and the front, again moving it through a range of motion. Moving it through a range of motion so that we're ready for contact situations. Our next exercise is core neck lifts. So you can see our athletes on the ground are maintaining a tight core, locking their core, chest, shoulders, legs, and then having their neck in what we call a turtle position. We don't want to be a goose with our neck exposed. We want to have our neck in a neutral position, in a strong position, so that our neck is in a great spot for contact. And we do sets of 5 of these. Next up is our core setup position. So with the person on the ground, they're in a quality athletic stance, feet shoulder width apart, knees 120 degrees, which is our maximum angle for power output, hips below shoulders, head in a neutral position looking through the eyebrows. Again, everything's tight. This is our perfect position for rucking, tackling, and scrummaging. Next up is our piggy bear. So we're in the same position, but now we have a person on the back rocking back and forth so that it's a more dynamic movement, so that our athlete has to adjust to the different movements of the person on top. Again, looking through our eyebrows so we can see the ruck and we can see the tackle. Next up is our right shoulder and left shoulder drive. So again, we're in this athletic position, and now we're putting it in a dynamic position. Again, trying to maintain hips below shoulders, working through a range of motion, knees bent, pushing into each other, twisting, pulling, so that it's a dynamic position and we get ready for contact work. This exercise is working on our footwork so that we are in the correct position to make a quality tackle. So as with our earlier videos, what Brock's going to do is work on his go, dance, go. So again, setting the line, accelerating, breaking down while moving forward, and then re-accelerating into the tackle. Now, the bag is going to come up and try to run to this cone. Brock is going to have his hands behind his back, and he's going to work on his footwork technique and engagement in with the bag. Let's take a look at it. What did Brock do really well in that exercise?
He came up hard off the line, which is go. He broke down but kept moving forward, which is the dance. Then he fired through and hit me with his right shoulder, and leg drive, which is the final go in the go dance go.
Excellent. Now, Brock, when you watch Kay do his, what feedback could you give him?
Yeah, he came up and like his tracking was a bit off, so that led to him coming with the wrong shoulder, leaning his head across the wrong side, so that risked neck injury, and then also for inside cut, he doesn't have that come back on.
Right. So when you went up on Kay, what were you doing to him? Like, were you in control of the situation, or was he?
Yeah, I'm tracking his inside hip, so making sure that's no option for him to come back, and if he does, I'm going to give it to him with that right shoulder, making him go to my outside so I get that left shoulder turned back.
Excellent. And again, the big focus, same foot, same shoulder, using the footwork we did earlier. Okay, let's see what the rest of the groups look like. Oh, nice, Carter, well done. Now, the big part of all these exercises is we talk about the technical bits all the time. So what I would expect in these small groups and what we want with your athletes is them coaching themselves. So they should be providing feedback continually about correct technique. And you can see, while this exercise looks simple, it's very difficult when your hands are behind your back, because you have to really focus on your footwork, keeping your feet under yourself, good body position, and then driving through the tackle. So, well.